Definitely glad to be back. That was a long road trip. Part of it was out of our control. We were part of that Missouri Valley Mountain West Challenge that is over now. And I guess it's good for us because we keep going to Air Force. But and then we played at Oregon State, which was a tough place for us. But yeah, we're happy to be back.
Just lessons learned. What are some of the things that you bring back now that you guys got to chew on for the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, we learned a lot. I think it was the first time adversity probably set in on our team. In particular, the Air Force game was a game that we probably felt like we could probably contend and win. And then, some character was revealed there, and I think we had a chance to address some of that. So that was definitely a bonus. Getting Tulio Da Silva back was a bonus for sure. He's been pretty good for us. Now we just have to try to work him into the practice, right? I mean, this will be the first week that he's practiced with us. He's been just playing with us. And then obviously we get to add Ritter after one more game. So our team's just going to be an evolving door all year long, I would imagine.
What's up with Kabir right now?
Hurt ankle. He turned his ankle against Air Force pretty bad. And he's just not 100%. And I mean, it was on the road at Oregon State in the middle of November. I just felt like he needed to sit. He's probably about 80%, and we'll see where he is today for practice, and then we'll move forward.
And along with that depth, what does Tulio bring to the Bears team now?
Well, he could score the ball, obviously. Right now what he's not bringing is his defensive intensity. And he, along with Keandre Cook and Jarred Dixon, are probably the reason why we can't guard anybody. But hopefully he starts to bring that. And right now I'm more so concerned about what he's not bringing than what he is bringing. And hopefully he rectifies that over the next 5 or 6 games.
And what have you seen out of Cook and Shimon lately? Just as an outsider looking in, watching the games, you can kind of tell minutes are down, turnovers up. Just what have you seen?
Well, they're just trying to adjust to Division I. Cook is trying to adjust to the culture of the program. Shimon's trying to adjust to, the physicality, the mental preparation, dealing with adversity. What do you do if the ball's not going in the basket? There's a million things. But I think they both will be fine. They're both talented guys. It's just an adjustment. It's just, adversity, right? Being on the road, opening up 3 games at home against equal than or lesser than competition at home, a lot of excitement. Things probably seemed a lot easier than playing 4 top 100 teams on the road, right? So I think they just, took a hit, and we'll see how resilient they are.
What's the mood around the team right now? I mean, it's 5 straight after a 3-0 start.
Oh, they're fine. Yeah, they're the most together team I've ever had. Great mood. This team's got a lot of character. It's just a lot of inexperience, and not just the new players, but this is the first time Jarred Dixon's had to be held accountable to be an all-conference level player every night. I mean, that's new for him. I mean, it's just so much inexperience for our team in every facet of the word, and being on the road is hard. That many days, that's a bad road trip for an inexperienced team. For an experienced team, 5 straight games away from home is a bad schedule. But we had to do what we had to do, and this being year 1, there's a lot of doing what you have to do. So, but the guys are good. Again, we don't have any off the court issues. Finals are coming up. We got a tough opponent tomorrow. So right now we're just keeping the guys afloat.
It's something with us. You've kind of kept us patient with the defense. Just you coming in. Just how important is that still right now?
Our defense.
Just everything, really. Just patience with everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we just have to build it up. I mean, I spoke to a group this morning. It's not like I'm walking into some type of unbelievable winning culture around here. I mean, none of our seniors have ever had a conference winning record. I mean, we are literally building from the ground up. When you talk about only having 3 returning lettermen, and then on top of that, when you talk about everybody dealing with me for the first time, there's not a lot of leadership in our locker room, not in a bad way. It's just no one knows what to expect. And it's just, right now we're just in a little year 1 blues, I guess. But it's not that big of a deal. If we win tomorrow, I think guys will be pretty happy. I'll be pretty happy.
When you left for this road trip, and now you're back from what it was like, do you feel like you as a coach have to take a step back? Maybe you reach too far, and maybe you have to kind of like, try to regroup with these guys? Or do you think you're right on time?
Yeah, we we're realistic. We have one goal all year long to fight for our culture, and I think that I probably need to do some things to tweak the style of play to allow for us to be more defensive minded. We've allowed the team to play a little faster than probably what we're ready for. But outside of that, I don't know what other area I reached in. But playing fast, it takes a lot more depth than what we had. It takes a lot more toughness than what we have, and quite frankly, a higher level of skill. And we'll probably have to reach back on that. But that's an easy decision, right? Walk the ball low. I mean, that's pretty easy. But again, our guys are fine. We're pretty realistic. I mean, I think 4 of those teams are top 100 teams: USC, Nebraska, Oregon State, and Murray State. And all of them have an NBA player. So, I mean, we kind of got to be realistic here.
It kind of sounds like, too, that wins and losses may not be the most important thing right now. I listen to you post-game shows, and you're just taking away good things.
Yeah.
And just talking about how much you need to improve, too.
Yeah.
How is that kind of what it's like right now?
It'll always be that way. We're not, our program's not built on wins and losses. I don't live and die with wins and losses. I would be dead, right? I'd be gone. I mean, that would suck. So we're built on culture. It just takes a while to create it. It takes a while to make it contagious. It's not one guy in our locker room where another guy can touch them right now and catch our culture. And that's not a bad thing. It's just not the time yet. But we won't ever walk around with our attitudes, our mindset dictated on the scoreboard. We're just not going to do that.
Obviously, transition seems to be the theme of a lot of these questions. For Darian Scott, he redshirts a year, sits back, learns the system, and then when it's his turn to step onto the team, it's a whole new kind of thing that he's trying to learn. What have you seen out of him so far?
He's had a great attitude. He's got to learn how to work at this level consistently. He shows flashes of improvement, but he's just a freshman, and like you made a great point. He's a freshman all over again, which is the same as Jarred Dixon in this system, right? The same as Obadiah Church and Ryan Krecklow. And it just takes a little longer to get guys acclimated to how things are going to be. But really for him, especially because he's a young player, and typically it takes bigger guys a lot longer time to grow than it does a smaller player.
What about Ross Owens? He comes in as a preferred walk-on for a different coach, but you decide to keep him around on the team, and not only that, he seems to have not missed a beat out there. What have you seen from him?
He's a great kid. He's another high-character kid. Plays hard, practices hard. He's a dependable. He probably should play a little more, and he's going to play a little more if Jarred Dixon doesn't start defending. He's going to play a little more. Keandre Cook has been taking his medicine the last couple of days, and I think Jarred Dixon's next, and hopefully Ross will be ready if he's the guy that's called upon.
Coach, you talked about how tough the road trip is. What does it mean to you and this team to come back here and play in front of the home fans?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. I think everybody's happy to be home, especially our players. I think that they enjoy sleeping in their own bed. The key to tomorrow's game is energy, and hopefully we got some energy in our building. We're playing a really good opponent, and I think we'll have a lot of energy tomorrow, and it's needed. Traveling west is a lot harder than traveling east, and it wore on us. On top of the fact that we were playing some pretty good teams, and then the one game that we played where we felt like we should have competed better, it was just such a tough atmosphere for our players, and we didn't get off to a great start. And it was a tough trip, but we're happy to be home.
Well, I was going to ask you, you've called out Jarred about 3-4 times here, and looking for him to step up and be the leader on this team.
Not just him, but Tulio and Keandre Cook. If the coach lets you have freedom on offense, I think the least you can do is try to guard somebody the best you can. And the word we like to use is compelled. You got to guard. I told my staff today, we would rather score and lose than defend and win. And that's just kind of where this group is. But the thing about a winner is just a loser who got pissed off. And until a majority of our guys get ticked off, then they'll keep scoring and losing until they defend and win. So they'll get it figured out. I would hope.
How's it feel to be home, JD?
Man, it feels great. Just it's been a while since we played a game here, but definitely feels good though.
Jarred, Coach said your name like about 5 times, just kind of leaning on you to kind of take control of this team leadership-wise.
Yeah.
Do you feel you're ready to try to do that?
Yeah, I gotta just step up my game. I mean, scoring is not an issue for a lot of us, and just gotta take it upon myself to just take more of a challenge myself defensively, which I know I can do, and I just gotta keep working at that, and just gotta take more pride on that end. But I think I can do it though.
Coach kind of said that it's almost like you're a freshman again. Do you feel like everything kind of started anew for you?
I ain't gonna say that, but I mean it's a little different though, just with a new style, new coaching staff and stuff like that. But I mean, I've played Division I for 3 years and going in this year, so I mean it's not like I'm just blindsided by everything. So I know the principles and stuff of everything, but I mean it's a little bit new though.
And just getting used to his style,
Yeah.
reading his vibe.
Yeah, just getting used to just how he wants you to play out there, how you're gonna be coached by him and stuff like that. And it's a learning process, but I mean, if you're a tough basketball player and you love the game and stuff like that, it doesn't really affect you. You just got to go out and work every day.
That's you, right?
Yeah, try to be. Yeah.
What's Tulio kind of brought you guys early on?
He's brought some energy, man. He's brought some energy. Definitely some more scoring and rebounding down low. And he's another guy that he's mentioned. We gotta all get better defensively, and he's definitely capable though. But Tulio is gonna be a really good piece down the road for this team.
We haven't been able to talk to Ritter at all, but tomorrow's his last day.
Yeah.
Your guys' last day without him. How excited is he?
It's very exciting, man. He was just saying today's his last day on scout team, and then he gets to come on the Maroon team. So it's gonna be exciting just to bring another guy who can score the ball and just add more depth. And Ritter's gonna really play. I know he's gonna play very well when he gets his opportunity.
5 straight losses, but just kind of what have you seen within the team? Just how much were you able to grow from that road trip? And
Just a tough road trip. Just ran into a couple good teams, and a lot of these guys, it was their first road game and trips and stuff like that. But it's just a long season. I mean, there's gonna be times where tough times like losing 5 games in a row. I mean, you don't want to do that, but it's just something we have to grow into. And it's me being a leader, I gotta have the guys stick together, and I think we're doing that, sticking together. And then, like I said, it's gonna be just good to play a home game tomorrow and try to relieve some of that stuff we lost last week and get it back.
Coming off of a tough road trip, can you talk about what it means to you to be back at home and playing in JQH?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Just to prove not only to ourselves and our team that we can win games, and just our fans. It's too early to stop writing on us, and it's just gonna maybe an opportunity just to get our swagger back, really, on offense, defensively, in every aspect. So I think it'll just be good to play tomorrow at home.
You talk about the importance of depth. What have you seen out of Darian Scott? Obviously, he sits out last year trying to learn the system, and now just like you guys, he has to learn a whole new
Yeah, he's learning too. He's another big body guy who can come in and impact the game defensively. And it's hard just being like you said, just last year a freshman, he was a red shirt, then come in with another new staff. So it's hard. But I mean, once he gains some more confidence by practicing and more minutes, then I think he could be an impact player on this team for sure.
What about Ross? I mean, you got a kid that's a preferred walk-on. Just talk a little bit about him. What kind of a guy is he?
He's always been the same guy. Just works hard in practice, makes you better. A great teammate, probably one of the best teammates I ever played with, honestly. And whenever he gets his name called, he's ready to go. I mean, whether he plays a lot or not. So I mean, when he's out there, I mean, it's just like another guy, really. He can play.
The enthusiasm kind of rub off on other guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, guys. I mean, like I think when guys that don't really get minutes and they get in the game and they do stuff, it makes me really happy and makes our teammates happy. So just stuff like that just keeps you going, really.